going on? It's your girl Bridget Kelly, and you are locked into SkyLevelMedia.com.
What's going on, everyone? It's your girl Niya Skyy, and right now in WSC radio station, I have Miss Bridget Kelly. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I'm excellent. Now, most of you guys know Bridget Kelly. She's definitely one of the hottest songwriters, Grammy Award winner. Talk about that. Talk about winning a Grammy.
Honestly, it's weird because I'm an artist, so to win an award for writing, which is, I mean, it's a passion of mine, but it's still,
right.
I'm trying to get out there, get my name out there as an artist first. But to win a Grammy and get that kind of recognition so early on, it's definitely an honor. It's humbling, and it's a notch on my belt. It's really exciting to get to be recognized and awarded that way so early in the beginning of what I feel is the beginning of my career is really, really dope, and just it's encouraging. I've been doing it for a while. And so to, have worked with someone like Kelly Clarkson, who's got a phenomenal voice, it was such a blessing to have her really fall in love with one of my records and put it on her album.
Okay, excellent. And I know the transition from songwriting to, behind the scenes to breaking out in the industry and becoming your own artist with your own music. I know it's a difficult transition, but can you talk about that transition?
I think at the end of the day, for me, I like writing more for other people than I do for myself anyway. Writing for myself is hard because I'm like, dang, does this suck? Is this terrible? Does this mean I'm bad? But I think writing for other people has been a great way to start and great way to bridge the gap between the songwriter and the artist. I think nowadays too, there's so many songwriters that are artists that are really coming out and branching out from just being behind the scenes and being the wizards behind the curtain. I think nowadays it's easier to be a writer and an artist and a star at the same time. But I think for me, what I love about being an artist is getting to work with other producers and other writers too, and getting to know their process and figuring out how, cooler ways maybe to say what I want to say about how I feel and what I think. And it's like therapy. Writing for myself is just like it's just this unleashing. But then I get to work with other people too that help me culminate my sound and really help me tell my story.
All right. Well, I know you were on tour with Jay-Z, and that's how that's how you got most of your recognition, because you used to fill in for Alicia Keys on Empire State of Mind.
They were like, "Oh, you're cute. You're light skinned. Throw her on stage. She can fill in. Nobody will know the difference."
But that was amazing, though. Like, you got a lot of recognition also from your covers, and I know you've been breaking into the industry, and now you're working on your new music, and you're working on your album, right?
I am. Well, the album's actually done. The album's done. It's coming out top of the year. Super excited about that, but I'm also putting an EP out called My Addiction, which is coming in a couple weeks, so I'm really excited, really excited.
Okay, what can we expect from My Addiction?
It's gonna be sort of a real intro to the album. I went through a really bad breakup, and so the album is really about a lot of that. But the EP itself is it's telling a story. It's telling a really dope story just about falling in love, and sometimes with the wrong things, and being so caught up and wrapped up in it that sometimes you lose yourself. And I think everybody's going through that at some point.
Okay, so now you're transitioning. You're Bridget Kelly, the brand. You're doing your music. We had the EP coming, and you guys have to stop knowing her as the girl that filled in for Alicia Keys. You can
definitely toss that somewhere.
Yes, goodbye. Can we know who Bridget Kelly is? Can you tell us about
Bridget Kelly?
Yourself?
Is I'm a New York girl through and through.
Okay.
Born and raised in the city. I fell in love with music at a young age and really understood that it would be a perfect way to express myself and really tell my story. And it became a means of expression when I got to high school. High school was really the nail in the coffin for me. I figured out that I wanted to do it in church choir. My dad forced me into a church choir. I was like, I don't want to do this, Dad. He was like, you need Christ. Keep moving. And I went with it, and it turned into going into performing arts school, and that kept me focused. That kept me in school, gave me a sense of confidence about myself, about my writing, about who I was. And once I graduated, it was like, okay, open mics. It was just a constant hustle, open mics and auditions and castings, and a lot of doors closing in my face, a lot of no's. I bought a speaker and went down on the subway station in New York and just was singing my music on the train platform. So I went all out. I did everything I could to get recognized and to just to be in the scene and learn the ways of the business. But I'm a voice. I'm a voice for women mostly. I really am all about female empowerment. I'm all about just really trying to talk about love, but from all angles and from all perspectives. I think a lot of women are still really shy and don't don't share their opinions, don't voice how they feel, don't think it's valid, don't think what they do is valid. And I think from my music especially, I speak to those women who may not necessarily have the balls to say what they want to say.
Okay, I can call Bridget when I need you to say something.
Absolutely, when there's something crazy that you need said in a song.
Okay, well, your story is very inspiring, especially for me being a college student.
Okay.
It's very inspiring, like everything you said about getting a million no's, but you got that one yes, and she got it from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's one of the most powerful yes. That's a great yes. Can you talk about how you hooked up with Roc Nation and Jay's role in your life?
Yes. I always wanted to be a part of a New York label. I was either like, okay, I need to be with Jay and Rockefeller, or I need to be with Puff and Bad Boy.
From the beginning.
Just like that's the only way. Those are the only two labels that were really cool in New York. So, just coming out the gate, I knew that's where I wanted to be. And I got introduced to management who was at Def Jam at the time, and they heard through the grapevine that Jay was going to start his own label again, and we were in heavy pursuit at that point. I mean, recording demos in basements and closets, and just going hard, just recording a lot of music, and sent it over, and just really was persistent for a good 6 months, and then finally landed a meeting, and then a meeting turned into 5, and it wound up being a match.
And you're here.
And
you're on tour.
Yes.
Got the album coming out.
Yes.
That's really inspirational, and I'm really excited for your career because
you.
you guys know who Bridget Kelly is now. And when you drop that EP, everybody's going to know. So I'm excited.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really good.
And she's here in Atlanta on tour. You're on an EOS tour?
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
and it's tomorrow. I'll be in there. Yay.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Myself, Melanie Fiona, Elijah Blake. It's actually a Roc Nation tour, to be honest. It's EOS, but it's also, we're all Roc Nation affiliates. So it's going to be a really dope little family affair on that stage. It's going to be good.
That's amazing. What is it like working with the fam?
We're all really, really excited for each other. We know the hardships that go into it and every facet of the journey. So we're all really supportive of one another's music and the craft. And obviously it's gonna be all live music, live bands, live singing. Okay. So it's really it's gonna be a phenomenal show.
I'm really excited. I can't wait to be there. I know a lot of people on our campus, on Clark Atlanta and Spelman.
I know, we're going to run out here and we're just going to start advertising. We're just going to go in and start talking to the students and stuff. When we leave here, they're going to think we're crazy.
They're not going to think you crazy. They're going to be really excited.
You know what? It's like the homecoming season, which is so funny because that means everybody's, everyone's got their colors on, everyone's pledging, and everyone's got their little line sisters and running around. So we're going to find them and we're going to advertise all day. That's
okay. I know they'll be excited about that. Now, this one, I know you already gave me inspiration, but for, college students that are out here listening and watching, what words of inspiration would you give them? For people who are either, regardless what dream they're chasing, if they're trying to do music like you, they want to be a doctor, whatever they choose, what advice would you give them?
Just to really be patient. Be patient with your process. I think for me, I've been signed for 5 years, and it took me a while to really figure out who I was and what I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everyone's path is different. I think everyone's journey is different. I tried college. College was not for me. I think if you're in college and it's something that you have committed to, I think it's a tremendous
mm-hmm.
I guess accomplishment to really to finish what you start. I think finishing what you start is really important. So I mean, I would just say be patient with yourself. Take time to get to know who you are. Do some soul searching before you make it. Any decisions about what it is you want to do, and then just go for it. Just go for it, whatever it is.
Thank you so much for those words. Well, you guys should be thanking her because I know that was helpful.
Put it on the fridge with a little magnet. Hold on to it.
Thank you so much.
You're
and
welcome.
I'm very excited about all your projects because I was really excited about the one you did with Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I love that song. And we can't wait for the rest of them. So can you tell everybody how they can keep in contact with you? Your shout out, your Twitter, all that information. Instagram.
Yes. Instagram is Eyes of BK, EYES of BK, and Twitter is They Call Me BK.
Okay.
And you can find all the tour dates and all the information about the EP that's coming soon on BridgetKelly.com.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you so much, Miss Bridget Kelly.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Have to return to reality.